Dear friends and followers, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be mentioning 10 negative aspects about being an airline pilot. Most importantly, the upcoming list is not my personal view. I put this list together with the help of the comments mentioned below my recent video about 10 good things why to become an airline pilot. So let's get started.
1383, runway 27, clear takeoff. United 1538, number 327, minus weight.
After successfully finishing your flight school training, the hardest part will be finding a job. As you only have 100 to 150 hours of flight experience, many airlines won't reply to your application rather than look at it. So at the beginning, you have to more or less take any job you can get to gain experience. To be fair, I actually like that part of my career because they prepared me for the years to come in the airline industry. Paying for flight school can be very expensive. First of all, getting a loan or finding someone who will lend you the money can be very difficult. During flight training, you're on a lot of stress because if you fail an exam or have to take an extra check flight, it will cost you more money which you don't actually have, so that can definitely affect your performance during training. How did I pay for flight school and how can you? Stay tuned for an upcoming video about that. As a pilot, you often have to get up very early in the morning, especially if your home base is at an airport with 24-hour operation. You'll be going to work when other people go to bed. I have had numerous occasions where I had to cancel on my friends and family due to the reason that I had to get up very early the next day. But if you have good friends, they'll respect you for your job and your discipline. Once in a while, you forget which weekday it is because you have so many flights in a row. So as your schedule comes out at the end of the month for the preceding month, you give it a glance and you celebrate every weekend you're not flying, because especially at the beginning of your career with little or no seniority at all, you are the weekend flyer, whilst older colleagues enjoy their free time with their friends and family. But see the pro side of it. If you go shopping for clothes on a Monday morning, the shops will be entirely empty compared to a weekend. As you have to pass your annual medical check, you always fear that examination. A few minor things can get you easily grounded, and if it turns out to be a long-term illness, you can quickly lose your job. So look out for yourself, eat healthy, work out on a regular basis, and you have little less fear to prior your medical check. Jet lag will never be your friend. It is scientifically proven that every hour your body is off its standard circadian rhythm, it takes 1 day to adjust. So let's say you would fly from London to Los Angeles, that's a time difference of 8 hours. So it would take a minimum of 1 week for your body to adjust to the new time zone. And that's where it gets really ugly, because you don't stay a week in LA, maybe 3 days, so your body has partly adjusted to the new time zone because there's nothing you can actually do about it, and then you perform a night flight back to Europe. By the time you land in London, your circadian rhythm is in a total mess, and a few days later your alarm clock goes off at 3:30 a.m. Well, good luck with that. The worst duty of all is standby duty. Being on standby means that in case one of your colleagues becomes ill just before going to work, crew control will call you saying, "Joe, takeoff is in 1 hour, get ready." So during standby, you need to be within 1 hour driving distance to the airport. I know colleagues who have a standby apartment because their actual home is further away of the airport. So once they're on a standby, they actually drive to that rented flat and they sit there and wait for the call. I think a lot of my colleagues will agree with that standby is the worst. There's nothing you can really do about it, you just have to deal with it. The plus side is, if you don't get called out, you have another day off. As you don't have that much influence on your monthly roster, crew planning can fix you up with 5-day layovers 3 to 4 times a month, which can lead to 15 different hotel rooms. If you're single, that can be great fun and you can explore the city and whatnot, but if you have wife and kids, that can be a lot of stress on the family life. Therefore, choose your operator wisely, because there are many airlines out there with no layovers whatsoever. Once you find a job, you should stick with it, because the day of your employment is a crucial factor regarding your payment and upgrading position to become a captain. With each day within the company, you gain more seniority over your colleagues who have a later day of employment. Meaning, if you change to another company, all your seniority and all your growing salary will be lost. The only positive effect is it'll be easier for you to get a job as you have a lot of flight hours and experience compared to someone who just comes from flight school. This is by far the worst factor of all, and I actually agree on this one myself. You never have 100% guarantee for how long you'll be stationary at your current home base. You can never be sure how the economy will change and impact your company, and therefore you might have to move to another base. Or if there is a transfer waiting list to your favorable home base, but they only transfer one pilot every year, and you have 15 colleagues ahead of you due to the fact of your seniority, you can do the math how long it will take you to get there. Or if you have to move to another home base due to upgrading. And the same comes with job security. Many airlines are dependent on the current economy, crisis, financial liquidity, and many other reasons. And in the end, you're an employee in the not most stable industry of the world. Because you should never forget, it's the passengers and the cargo who pay your salary, not the company. But let's be honest, every job comes with pros and cons, no doubt about it. Maybe other jobs have less negative aspects, but therefore they're not as exciting as being a pilot, or they pay less. In the end, you have to take 100% responsibility for your choices and actions in life. I would lie if I would say everything with this job is perfect. I just recently had to cancel on a friend's wedding and I didn't get the holiday as I requested. But I have learned to not make a bad situation worse. I have no time to complain and whinge about every little detail which isn't working in my favor. I rather make the best out of what I have and enjoy it whilst I'm at it. So that was it for today. I also have a little update to announce. I have launched a Fly with Captain Joe Facebook page where I'll be posting all sorts of new and interesting facts. The link is in the description below, so swing by and leave a like. I would highly appreciate that. The link to my Instagram account is in the description below, and the subscribe button is right here, so you won't miss out upcoming videos. See you next week. All the best, your Captain Joe.